It cost me $22,399 to start my Amazon business. My first cost was $50 to use PickFu to test the market. I spent $2,000 on QuickBooks, Shopify, Adobe, and Canva to set up my business and design my packaging. I then spent about $3,000 to trademark in the US. The next step to selling on Amazon is to get barcodes, which I spent about $30 on, and the $39.99 Amazon seller fee. I then found a manufacturer on Alibaba, and I spent $100 on samples. Once I received and approved the samples, I spent $10,000 to manufacture my product, and another $4,200 on shipping my product from the manufacturer to me, from me to Amazon, plus there were a few other fees. And in total, I spent $22,000 to start my Amazon FBA business. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you step by step how I started my Amazon FBA business, as well as exactly what my product is. Not only that, but throughout this video, I'm going to reveal the top mistakes I made, including one mistake that cost me over $10,000. So pay attention, you don't want us to make the same mistakes. My name's Eric. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I've always wanted to help people and make their lives easier. And one day at a dinner party, I had a light bulb moment. When you're at someone else's house, it's always a nerve-wracking moment when you have to use the bathroom. You do not want to leave any smells behind. And in that moment, I knew it was a little problem that everybody had. And with my background in marketing, I knew I could fix it. So after iterating and iterating our secret recipe, I created Dill, a premium toilet tablet to freshen up any bathroom and get rid of any bathroom smells. It's small, easy to use, and you can discreetly carry it in your pocket or your purse. I confirmed it worked with my friends and family, and boom, I knew I could launch on Amazon and create a successful business. Make sure to smash that like button because I'm going to share my secrets for exactly how I found my new product and how I started my Amazon FBA business. Ordinary expenses, $50 per PickFu to test out product idea and market fit. I use it to get responses to find my target market and see how they respond to using my product. I told friends and family about the product, and they loved the idea. So this was a great way to get some more data. Another hugely popular tool is to use Helium-10. Helium-10 is a tool that can help you find your product idea. But the key to making money on Amazon is to understand that Amazon is a search engine. People go to Amazon to search for things that they want to buy. The search terms that people type into Amazon are called keywords. And Helium-10 can tell you exactly how popular your specific keywords are. So you're able to figure out how much demand there is for your product. If you want to unlock all the premium features to help find your new product, there's a link in the description below with a promo code for Helium-10. And when you use that code, you'll get the biggest discount anywhere for Helium-10. After that, I spent about $1,500 on other software to help start up my business. I got QuickBooks to help with the finances, Shopify to build my own store as a proof of concept, and then I bought Canva and Adobe to help with packaging and design. I hired my friend who's a professional designer to do the logo and the packaging. But I've agreed to keep that price private, but she did design the logo and the packaging. To get your logo and packaging, you could use sites like Fiverr, Upwork, or 99 Designs. The way 99 Designs work is you submit your design request, and a bunch of designers send you their version of your design and packaging, and you just choose one and go from there. I then spend about $1,500 to do 3D renderings and professional photos. I went to Fiverr to get the 3D renderings done, and the 3D renderings make it look very professional for that hero image on Amazon. If you don't want to do all that work yourself, there's a company called FBA Creatives that will do all your descriptions, your keywords, your logos, and packaging for you. There's a link in the description below. I spent $80 to get an LLC. You can get your LLC registered on yregisteredagent.net. And I recommend getting an LLC or limited liability company for your business because if you ever get sued, an LLC means that there is separation between your business assets and your personal assets. You can also get a DBA for $99 on LegalZoom. DBA means doing business as, and it's just a business name that you use for tax purposes. It's great for marketing and branding, but it doesn't provide you any legal protection. Speaking of legal protection, it cost me around $3,000 total to get a trademark. I hired a lawyer. You can do it yourself, but I wanted to make sure it was done right. Just wanted to make sure everything was properly researched and applied correctly. All this was more expensive than I thought. Luckily, the YouTube coach, Travis, has an in-depth tutorial that explains how you can get your trademark way cheaper in his Amazon FBA course, link below in the description. Then, it cost me $10,000 to do my first production run for my manufacturer, and that was for about 60,000 of these Dill tabs. But first, I had to figure out how to make the product myself, finding materials, and every aspect of the recipe. I needed to hand over that recipe to someone who I can trust. I sourced the manufacturer with Alibaba, reached out to 20 to 30 different manufacturers. I spent $100 on 4 samples, which is alright, building trust. I ended up getting reimbursed for that $100 during my first production run. If you're looking for a manufacturer for your product, there's a few different ways to research them. There's Alibaba.com. You can use thomasnet.com to find manufacturers right here in the USA. Or you could always go to Google, type in the product you want, and manufacture. I'd already spent $16,000, and that was before the product even arrived. But I saw Travis say in one of his YouTube videos, 43% of Amazon FBA sellers make over $100,000 in their first year. And I knew that this was too good of an opportunity to miss. Travis actually has a lot of great videos teaching Amazon FBA, including a free 10-hour Amazon FBA course that's linked in the description below. That's why I wanted to share my story here on this channel. But there are still some more costs that I had, and then I will get into my first month of sales. My next cost was getting my product shipped from my manufacturer to me. It cost me about $1,500. I was packaging the product myself and then shipping it out. I chose sea shipping versus air shipping because I wasn't in a rush. Typically, shipping via air is way more expensive, but if you ship via sea, via ocean freight, much cheaper. But it will take longer to arrive. Then, it'll cost me $2,700 to get all my product shipped from me to Amazon FBA warehouses. I also spent $2,000 on liability insurance. It was something I wanted to do. Even though the product clearly says, do not eat, you never know what someone will do, and I and Dill want to be protected. Then it cost me $30 to get UPC codes. UPC stands for Universal Product Code. That's the barcode on the back of any product so you could scan at checkout. If you need one, just go to gs1.org and buy one for $30. It cost me $39.99 to start my Amazon seller account. An Amazon account fee is the fee that you pay to get your products listed on Amazon. You don't have to pay the $39.99 because there's actually 2 types of accounts. A professional seller's account and an individual seller account. A professional seller account costs $39.99 per month, and an individual seller account is free, but you pay Amazon 99 cents for every product sold. My goal is to make as much money as possible, so I recommend getting the professional seller account if you're planning on selling more than 40 products a month. I'm going to share with you how much I made in my first month in just a minute. But so far, we spent over $22,000 starting my business. I still felt excited starting Dill, especially because that YouTube Amazon seller, Travis, I was so eager to launch. I thought I'd use Amazon Vine for reviews, and that was my first big expensive mistake. Using Vine cost me $500. Amazon Vine is a program sellers can use to get reviews from trusted Amazon customers. They will be sent your product for free in exchange for a review. I thought this would be a no-brainer, but as it turned out, I got mainly negative reviews. However, based on the reviews from the Vine program versus the real reviews that I got later on, I don't think they actually used the product correctly. If you're planning on using the Amazon Vine program, make sure your instructions are incredibly specific. I made $275 my first 30 days selling on Amazon. But it's important that you know that that is revenue, not profit. I sold 11 units. It cost me $66 to make them. And there are a lot of fees that you need to pay when selling on Amazon. I paid the $41.25 referral fee for Amazon, which is the 15% fee that you pay just to sell on the platform. Then I paid $77 for the pick, pack, and ship fee because FBA actually stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. They ship out the products for you. Then I paid $250 in pay-per-click advertising, also known as PPC, which I'll explain in a minute. But for my first month selling on Amazon, I actually lost $159. Felt horrible, honestly. I was so excited to get on Amazon. I had this product that everyone said was a great idea, and everyone says that Amazon is a great place to grow and scale. But in the first month, I'd lost over $150. I do know and trust takes time for businesses to grow. Over 400,000 third-party sellers make over $100,000 a year, and they're profitable. So I take comfort in the long-term investment of starting a business. But month 2 was actually worse than month 1. I made $500. It cost me $132 to make 22 units, $75 for that 15% Amazon referral fee, plus $154 in Amazon FBA. I spent $1,000 on Amazon PPC. And in the second month selling on Amazon, we ended up losing over $800. We made a huge mistake that cost us over $5,000, which I will reveal in just a minute. But a loss of $850 felt devastating and scary. But I kept making tweaks to the listing. I was iterating and adjusting, trying to find what was best to start scaling and make profit. I did start using PPC, but I made a massive mistake. I'll reveal in just a second. And Travis shares how you can harness Amazon PPC on his channel. But he's also got this amazing Amazon FBA course, which guides you through every single step. There's a link in the description below so you can sign up right now. Month 3 was exciting because it was our biggest month in revenue yet. I made $1,500. I spent $360 and sold 60 units. $225 for that 15% Amazon referral fee, and $225 for the Amazon FBA fee. I did spend $3,000 on Amazon PPC. And so, in the third month selling on Amazon, we had our highest revenue, but also our biggest loss of over $2,500. This was heartbreaking and led to my second massive mistake. I am mad at myself because I deviated from the original plan. Not only have a working product, but have a strong brand. The point of Dill is not to just block odors and call it a day. It's to block odors so the next person doesn't smell what you just did. You can go wherever, dinner parties, dates, parties, business meetings, hotel rooms, without that word. Control what you can control. But all of that is branding, upper funnel. I got excited when sales started coming in on Amazon. I just pressed that lower funnel. I just pressed the lowest channel possible, Amazon PPC, and didn't pay attention to the whole funnel. So we actually started spending more and more on Amazon PPC, but wasn't getting that return. PPC means pay-per-click, so you can get your listing at the top of the search results and you pay every time someone clicks on your product. This mistake has cost us $5,000. And that was just so far. We way overbid on keywords. Plus, my return on ad spend was 10%. We should have built the brand and built up a social following and then invested in Amazon PPC. But you learn from your mistakes. Month 4 was a really big drop from month 3. We made $400 in revenue in our 4th month. After taking out all my expenses, we lost about $144. This was better than the last month, but still frustrating, especially I started spending more and more on my credit cards during holiday season. I thought, to get radical success, take radical risk. First, redo the funnel. Spend more on that upper funnel, less on lower funnel. I have meta campaigns for branding, upper funnel, Google search for middle funnel and lower funnel, and Amazon PPC for lower funnel. I also dropped the price by 50% during the holidays. See, was this a bad product idea? Or was it just too early to charge an appropriate price? Yes, I am losing money on a $10 sale. And the results were clear in our 5th month. In our 5th month, we had the highest revenue we've ever had. We made $1,325 in our 5th month. But after taking out all my expenses, we ended up losing $500. This was great and awful. The risk I took in the previous month paid off, but still lost $500 in just 1 month. Now I currently have a 72% tacos, total average cost of sale, putting my overall ROAS at about 100%, while I'm still operating at a loss on Amazon for now at about $20 a sale. I'm still early in my journey. And of course, top converting keyword for me? Dill. Of course, the brand. Don't ignore the power of the funnel. Keep an eye out for how sexy a poop tablet can be.